Welcome back to the Campbell Woods on this wet, kind of a gloomy day. I see the fire stack is putting out a low burn we put on this morning. We had it cleaned, the fire stack, last January, I believe. We're a little nervous because we're burning some older wood, quite a bit of it in the fall. But when the sweep came to do it, he said the system was really clean. We burn hot, pretty hot, for at least probably an hour a day. That'll keep your chimney stack nice and clean. So they say. Hamish and I are going to try to get to the back end of the property today. On the first trail system with Hamish. We walked through the first farm field, and we have it planted with winter wheat and the Hungarian partridge that I saw yesterday. It's identified as a gray partridge. It's an exotic species of upland bird, introduced, I don't know, 100 years ago. There was at least a dozen in our first farm field near the farmhouse. And what they're doing, I think, is just feeding on the young stock on the winter wheat, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I didn't get the camera on them, but I hope they hang around for winter. Put some seed out, maybe chestnuts to attract them. We'll see if that does it, but hopefully get a good picture of them. It's in actually a very similar location to the first bird we identified there last summer. And he was mingling with some crows. My brother said he saw it and his brain just picked that out. This is a different looking crow. And that's how we found it. Otherwise we might not have seen it. Now this is really interesting, growing on this gray birch. It's some kind of a, I don't know. It's not a mushroom, but there is an orange. They call it a lobster mushroom. And that could be it, but this, that's more, more akin to a non-mushroom species, some kind of a fungi growth. I'll have to look that one up. It could very well be, and that could be edible too. That is a neat color. It's all on that birch tree. There, all the way up. You can see it. Walk here with Hamish. Get back to the farm. It started to rain, so I kind of turned around. I didn't make it to the second trail system today, but we'll walk back to the farm. I don't want to get any of my equipment here too wet. And I don't have a proper gimbal yet for this phone and microphones. Portable microphones. I'm going to order them up this afternoon. Get that done and go through my GoPro. There's so much video on that from a year ago I have to go through, get rid of. And I have cloud storage, lots of it, but I have to get that fixed. Start using the GoPro again. It is a very good camera, but this Galaxy S24 is pretty good too, I have to say. Surprising too, you can move this phone around quite a bit, and it's got good stabilization. Of course, the GoPro is known for that. I have to get in here once the leaves are down and cut all these, cut all this growth out that I cut out last October on the floor here of the trail. It just keeps coming up. It doesn't take long to reclaim the trail. I used to get trucks and tractors through here a few years ago. And I gotta raise some of these spruce trees. And this beautiful pine tree. I've kind of been spreading out on the farm property. That is a gorgeous tree. To raise that limb, I think. Get it off of there. I think these shrubs growing up here are all alders. Alders and poplar, I think. They grow like weeds. This is where we used to see always 5 or 6 rough grouse. There's a sand gravel pit on the other side of this tree line here. That's been out of use for 30 years plus. And they would always be right here. And you'd almost walk on them. They're so camouflaged. They'd wait until the last second to be flushed. And then they'll fly up into the tree and just sit there. But surprising if you do spot them. They just sit there. And I don't know. They seem to be widespread on this property. It's very unusual, especially this time of year going forward. Even in the summer, we saw them almost every time I was out. So I would think there's a healthy population. And then the ring-necked pheasants. So get 3 upland birds. That's pretty cool, I would say. I should check the game camera just to see. Maybe we'll see something on that. We got some atmospheric conditions here today. Some thunder bumpers going through the property. Didn't have a lot of, well, we didn't have a lot of rain, so we didn't have a lot of thunderstorms last summer, that's for sure. But you almost need them to get that heavy amount of rain in the water table and in the ground. Looks like the sun is shining over there. That's another farm property over that way. But it continues to rain here. Be a nice lazy Saturday, I think. And of course, our team won last night, the first game of the World Series. Congratulations, Jays. Keep the good vibes going. Keep on winning. It was an explosive game, and tonight, game 2, we'll be watching in the parlor of the farmhouse, where it's being streamed. So, definitely looking forward to that. Should make for a nice evening. Boy, that is some weather systems moving through here. There. You can see almost a shelf there. Cloud is not moving very quick. It's just hanging around here. But where was this rain last summer when we needed it? Make our way back to the farmhouse. Probably have a few things I have to do there. Get ready for dinner. Oh, there's the little seeds right there. And one of the local trappers here told me that the winter wheat produces these little seeds. You can see them in here, and I can see that's what the Hungarian gray partridge are getting, and the geese. I guess all the upland birds. I haven't seen the grouse. They don't tend to come out in the open farm field. They will be on the edge. And if you're wondering what, I found this nice maple leaf I'm going to take back. It's quite pretty. Oh, these apples are ready to be plucked. I don't know what variety this would be. It's a wild apple that's grown up here. But we're going to see. They're not huge, but that still is a nice little apple. I'll come back and get more. These are all over the farm property growing wild. It wouldn't take much to bring them back. A bit of trimming and management We'll get them back. We will get them back. It is, of course, another beautiful day here in the fall. You will see within a week. The leaves have really come down, which is to be expected. We're now late into October, and these are the yellow transparents that they come on, and they've really come back from a little bit of trimming on this tree, and it was done more to open up the back laneway. But we'll harvest those apples next year. Do some more trimming, and we'll get them going. And this is what's left of the harvester, combine harvester, Massey Ferguson. I remember that as a young boy. It would have been used in the fall here on the farm to harvest grains. And here's the McCormick International. Great little tractor. This is not our tractor, this is my cousin's, but we have the exact tractor, which has been fully restored in the pole barn. But this still works great. What a great little tractor this was. And here's some of the last farm equipment. Leveling the laneway. 3-point hitch on there. Beautiful little tractor. Got a pretty good tread on it too. This car's a small set that we didn't sell. We could use them, I guess. And a nice little shovel here. I'll hook on our tractor. And here are the spike arrows. This set has hardly ever been used. I'm really surprised we didn't have more interest in it. It's still in great shape. And this is the shovel, big shovel. That would have gone on the Belarus tractor mount I had. Beautiful pine tree grew in there. My bird feeders there. I'll be getting them ready any day now. And this is the manure spreader. So I'm going to try to rebuild the box on there for collecting wood. And still got a good hitch, and believe it or not, those tires are still fine. And here's one of the last old farm implements that we have. We didn't want to get rid of it all, but I'm sure several of my ancestors would have sat on this. And I don't see the seat anymore. Hope we didn't lose the seat on that. Yeah, it came off. It's behind there. And there's the forge my grandfather and his father would have used for the horses. Just a fantastic day here. We've had partridge on the property since last, I guess July, August. My brother saw them. And saw them 3 times a couple of days ago. There's a nice covey, about 12 to 20. And I really hope that they stay on the property this winter. I'll have to get some food out for them. See what they like. Some seed and chestnuts maybe. It's kind of neat. They're more common in the western end of this province. But they have moved in slowly. There have been reports. Wow, what a beautiful bird. Beautiful upland bird. Hamish can flush them. I'm not sure the regulations on hunting them, but we are got lots of rough grouse. We have ringneck pheasants. 4 of them here this year. And now I've got partridge. There was soar in the spring. And of course, lots of peeps here, not too far away. Just down the little hollow here, the creek. It leads into a dam on our property. Right through there. Right through the opening there. And that's where we get lots of geese and wintering ducks. The widgeons will be there, the golden eyes, and buffleheads hopefully. Long-tailed ducks, I haven't seen them on the farm. They have come up on my bird app, but I haven't seen them as such yet. And we're going to get Hamish a good walk today. My brother had hernia surgery, so he's convalescing in the farmhouse. That is not an easy surgery when you get a little older. I guess it's not easy even when you're young. The pain is really hard to deal with. He's got good meds, fantastic surgeon, and he's recovering nicely. Well, it's a beautiful day and I'm down at the cottage and we are getting it closed up because tomorrow we are getting a heck of a hoolie. The storm is coming through here and it will be nasty. We were hoping to get down here a couple more times to stay, but my brother has had a hernia surgery and he's convalescing back at the farmhouse. So I'm just closing everything up, putting the furniture in the cottage, and we're cleaning out the eaves troughs, getting it all done, put to bed for winter. And it is a perfect day for it. By this time tomorrow, it's going to get kind of wild here, so we don't need things flying around. And that's Dr. McDonald's cottage. She sold last summer, the late Dr. McDonald. He sold that, and we're not sure about the owners. We haven't met them yet, the new owners. But still a beautiful day. Leaves are hanging on in the end of October. Just a blue sky day. As we look up and look out to the beautiful tidal river, we got some bass this past summer. It was beautiful weather here. This is a perfect day here. Nice warm winds. Fall is definitely one of my favorite times of year. And we're leaving the cocktail table to the last minute. Well, we've got the leaves blowing off the deck. I think you'd agree it looks a lot better. And we got those eaves troughs. Boy, this blackened decker really shoots out the power. I had a weed eater here, but it somehow went missing. I brought that from Ontario. This is my brother's. And oh my gosh, what a nice day on the water. Of course, there's no boats going out there today. I did see some oyster boats going into the marina, so they may be out there digging up some oysters. They have great big long rakes on the back of their boat, so I'd like to see that someday. And we still have the annuals growing here. I guess they're protected here from any frost. These troughs on the south side of the cottage is done. I'm going to go do the north side now. And the work continues on the eaves troughs. See some annuals there, still surviving. Pretty amazing. Begonias are fantastic flowers, very hardy. We've had several hard frosts. So, I'm halfway through the eaves trough. This has not been done for a while. When we used to come for a couple of weeks in the summer, I'd do it before I left. We got a lot of dump trucks coming down here. There's a couple of cottages being built at the end of the road here. Probably trying to get them in before the snow flies. And here's the back end of the farmhouse. Oh, it's just a gorgeous day here. Absolutely beautiful with the sun on the tidal heritage river. Papa. Okay. The back laneway here, you can see the water emerging from the dam. It's covered over by these. And my grandfather's Leslie's Cove. He used to take us fishing there, and we were wee bairns. Well, we got a Hoolie moving in today. And it's going to hit in a couple hours. I'm getting Hamish out for a walk. This could be a short video today. We're getting out before this Hoolie hits. Get Hamish some exercise. He'll be wound up in a few hours when this thing hits. So we're going to get him out. Get him some. There he is here. This winter wheat is coming in nice. And we've still got some leaves on the trees out there, but they're slowly fading. Fading very quickly. They're way back to the farmhouse, I think, and do some shopping. Hunker down for the next few hours. It's supposed to hit in a couple of hours. This is coming from the hurricane that went up the east coast. It flooded New York City and Boston, and this is the remnants, I guess, of a hurricane. It's a depression now. It's not officially a hurricane. But there are gusts up to, I think today, predicted 85 kilometers an hour, 50-mile-an-hour winds. So we'll make our way back and get safe. Can't hang out here too much. You don't want to be walking in the woods when it's windy, that's for sure. Don't know how damaged these trees are still from the hurricane, and there's one there that got toppled. A spruce, and you can see them all still down. Not as many. So we'll make our way back safely to the farmhouse before this heavy rain hits and winds. They call it a Hoolie here from Scotland. I think it's called a Hoolan there. It's part of Gaelic, I guess. It was spoken here on this property by my ancestors. Unfortunately, it was a dying language. And my great-great-grandfather realized that. He was a school teacher, schoolmaster here. He was brought in to teach the townspeople. In return, he got 48 acres. Donald Campbell. And we still have the log books that he had for teaching the young scholars. They would pay in produce, livestock, that cleared the lands here. In return, the children were educated. Just a bit of history for this property. Some birch that I locked up about a year ago. Still in good shape. I think we'll be burning that very soon. It is still in the wood pile there. It's first burn wood this year. You getting some good smells, Hamish? Hey? Yeah. You getting the zoomies out, Hamish? You getting the zoomies out? Okay. I'll give you a treat. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Go. Go. homestead. There won't be a fire put Friday today, unfortunately. To get in and be safe after we do some shoppings for provisions for the next couple of days. Hopefully don't anticipate power outages, but they do happen, and our generator is ready. I wish I tested it this month, but it's got lots of fuel. Should be good to go. We have a nice fire going here, and it's actually quite mild out, but it is nice to have it there. Oh, Hamish getting dried off here.
And then these 4 greenstones falling almost north, south, east, west. Yes, what happened? Do you know what the greenstones are? Well, I would assume they are. And aren't they lovely dark green colour?
Oh, it's nice to be indoors, but we'll head out and do the shopping very shortly. And I think we'll maybe get some footage here of this Hoolie. It's blowing in. Are you cozy? I think you are, Hamish. You're a cozy dog. Hamish, be good now. Be good. I know. We're all excited. Got a storm brewing here, boy. Gotta be careful here now. River there. The Hoolie is blowing. It's All Hallows Eve, and it's not cold, but it's blowing, and it's going to be a lot of heavy rain. We're getting ready for tonight, and apologies for not wearing my Blue Jays kit. The Blue Jays are in the World Series tonight, and we wish them the best. It could be a three-peat. I hope they can close it out and not have to go to tomorrow night. So we'll sign off from the Campbell Woods, and we'll be talking at you next week. Over and out.